graveyard shift here in San Angelo, Texas. We're going to be doing a very interesting investigation today at the rumored to be haunted Lone Wolf Crossing Bridge. A lot of people say that there are different things happening out here, and I just wanted to read you a little history first of all, and we're going to be kind of going through here tonight. They say this bridge was constructed in 1888. The Lone Wolf Bridge is said to have been near the site of a well-traveled soldier crossing and named after an Apache chieftain who was famous at the time. Through the years, the oldest bridge in San Angelo has witnessed several major floods, some that have turned this iron crossing into an island in the middle of a raging sea. According to legend, and after the devastating flood in 1936, there were many bodies found and said to be discovered underneath this bridge. Though there is no actual proof of this local tale, there are many stories out there from the locals. Many locals say that this story is very, very true. It's commonly believed that Lone Wolf Crossing is the most haunted location here in San Angelo, Texas. Tonight, along with myself, my wife Connie, our friends Donnie Dixon, Wilma Dixon, we're going to go down here and explore a little bit and try to find out if these stories are actually true. We'll try to find out if there is actual ghostly activity here at the historic Lone Wolf Crossing Bridge.
We're here at the famous Lone Wolf Bridge in San Angelo, Texas. This 152-foot long metal bridge was constructed in 1922 by a Virginia company from Roanoke, partnered with this company, the Iron Company in Roanoke, Virginia. It was commissioned by the newly created State Highway Department of Texas. It remains still one of the most haunted locations of today. They said a long, long time ago there was a great flood here in this area, which killed hundreds of people. And it's said the bodies remained under the bridge until its conception. Tonight we'll be traveling into the bridge to see what kind of electronic voice phenomena we can find, what's recorded, and report on our findings. This is Connie LaFave with Graveyard Shift Paranormal.
Limestone columns. I got a PCO microphone. You can tape to the limestone and record the limestone. They say, you know, you can get the vibrations and impressions and stuff in limestone and quartz and stuff.
That sounds cool.
So I got a PCO microphone you can tape to the column. But it's cool. It's cool. It's got limestone columns on it, so maybe we can pick up some impressions from, you know, some energies that was left over.
How's that crappy jockey? Ooh, I caught a dot. Look, I caught a dot. It says ghost detector.
The sign was just, I was just saying that all it does is tell the history of how the bridge was built and stuff. It doesn't tell anything about the accident.
Yeah, but the story is in the 30s that there was a major flood down here. And
there's a bunch of houses.
It's not totally confirmed. Yeah, there was a little community that was somewhere down here on the banks, and some say it was a slave community. And when the major flood hit, all of this was seriously underwater. And they said after the flood, they found several bodies up underneath this bridge. Now, you know, it's hard to confirm those things because it goes back so far.
Well, I read someplace that was like 8 to 12 bodies they found
something
shoved
like
up
that
underneath the truss of the bridge.
Yes, yeah, something like that. It was.
Which I can see, because I mean, in a flood, when the water starts, I mean, it pushes everything into the columns of the bridge and everything.
For the pedestrians, that's for the bikes.
Right, and a lot of people say that there's shadow figures seen up under this bridge at night. You know, walking up and down the bank.
Oh,
and stuff.
I brought the full spectrum camera.
Yeah, yeah. So, y'all just don't get too close to the edge, because, like I said, if you drop your phone or you stumble, it's going to be gone.
Well, you ought to see the bridge that we investigated back in Missouri. It's older than this. It's wood floor.
You laugh when you lose your phone, honey. I don't want to hear it.
My 4 words on the obvious were skid, and I was looking down, mitt, dizzy, and Lauren.
What do you think they mean?
Don't know. I'm looking down. This is a skid thing. So.
Skid plate? Yeah. Maybe they're saying you're going to fall off the skid plate.
And I was doing this when it said dizzy, because I was playing.
Uh-huh. That makes sense.
Don't know what that means, but it's interesting.
Just watch yourself. Here we got a buzzard up on the, right up on the bridge.
Oh my God.
He's just sitting there watching us like we're watching him.
He's looking at that dead body floating in the river right
He's
there.
waiting for us all to fall in the river tonight so that he can pick the flesh from our bones.
Dead body floating in the water?
It just said silly.
Okay. Here's a fisherman tonight, or today, that didn't quite have a good day.
I got another name, Bree, and I got the word silly and fact.
That's interesting.
Silly when you guys were playing around with the buzzer.
Where they got a dead body jammed up underneath that log.
Fisherman, hey, Panther.
Interesting. Do you guys think we're going to find any ghosts tonight?
Get down.
Stories are true or not?
I was hoping I could get on one of them limestone columns, but it looks like
Here we can't really walk, except up there. But up there, lots of area. I think that's the side. That's the side where people are saying the shadow figures go down. It's the side that people are talking about. You see shadow figures all back up through there. There's a big opening through the fence that goes back in there. It's not going to be dark.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Oculus.
We're out here at the Lone Wolf Crossing Bridge here in San Angelo, Texas. We're told there's a lot of people see a lot of shadow figures and stuff walking up and down the banks here. There was a bad flood and supposedly killed between 8 to 12 people is what we were told. We come out tonight to see if we can get anything, any kind of reactions on any meters, to see if we get any pictures of anything. It's a neat old bridge. I was hoping to get out here to these limestone columns out here and put a Pasio microphone out here to see if I could get any impressions, you know, off of the limestone, seeing as how limestone's supposed to be like a big paranormal recorder. But as you can see, I can't get to it. There's water between me and it. So we're just going to have to make do with regular voice recorders, I guess, tonight. And I brought a Geiger counter. I'm going to get it zeroed out here in a minute, see if we pick up anything. Again, it's a theory that when the spirits try to manifest or something, they, you know, the radiational field can change. So I'm going to see if I can pick up anything on that. And naturally, we brought the EMF meters. We got a couple K2 meters. We're going to use those. And we're just going to see what we can pick up tonight. We got another regular traffic bridge next to us, so we're hoping the traffic die down a little bit later tonight and maybe we get some good recordings.
Well, we're out here under the Lone Wolf Bridge. I've got a few things. I brought an Ovilus X, which is a very, very concentrated device. It has a lot of modes on it. The one I use most of the time is the dictionary mode because it just spits out words. It's our common belief, and it's still being theorized, still being, you know, checked out scientifically if it's working or not, but it's still in the process of research over the years by many, many paranormal investigators. We believe that the Ovilus X runs according to frequency, and we think spirits can manipulate frequencies to tell us what they're trying to say. So Bill Chappell developed the Ovilus X many years ago, and since then it's evolved into different types of Oviluses. This is the Ovilus X here, which means there's been several versions of it before. But if you turn it on in the back, right here, you can put it on data or audio, and then turn on the speaker. What I'm getting from down under this bridge already, what I think is there's one thing that has caught me since I've gotten here on not only this device, my iPhone ghost detector device, but this one as well, is I'm getting a lot of names just spurting out. A lot of names. Lauren, Matt, there's been a lot of different names just spitting out one after the other. And that's kind of weird to have so many names spit out all at once. See, there's another one. I did get some words earlier on my ghost detector with the iPhone. This is something new that I'm trying out because I like it. There's been a lot of iPhone apps that I haven't necessarily liked. As a matter of fact, I haven't really liked any of them. This is the first one that I actually see some relevancy and some actual concept in it. Like someone took some time to develop it. All that is when there's a frequency that's coming through and it's going real quick. They say a lot of things can measure that. Okay? just like we do a radar with an aircraft, okay? You're checking for frequencies that are moving around you, in and out, very quickly. Is there anyone here today that would like to speak with us? Now's your chance.
Is there anybody here who would like to speak with us?
I'm Connie with the Graveyard Shift. Are there any lost souls here? Any messages you'd like to leave behind? It's kind of stabilized now, where it's had a lot of activity when I first turned it on. Now it's kind of dissipating a little bit. So let's see if it picks up later on.
What happened, Donnie?
I just walked back over to my camera to check it, make sure everything was in frame and everything. The camera was totally dead. I actually had to shut it off and bring it back on. It is fully charged, but it says the battery's dead. I turned it back on now. Now it's saying the battery's fully charged again. So I don't know what's going on.
That's really strange.
Yeah, because it was fully charged. Thought I was recording Wilma walking around over here.
So now you got full charge on the camera, even though it was dead a second ago?
Yeah, I already checked the video. I went back and checked the video. I have Wilma walking around, so I know it recorded her. Because I mean, it has a auto shut off. If you don't do nothing so many length of second, time, it shuts off. I have Wilma walking around, so I know it was recording. It shut off. So I don't know.
Very strange. They do have reports down here by other paranormal teams that their equipment does get affected,
That's right.
Electronically and as far as power is concerned. So maybe it's starting to happen. We'll see what happens tonight.